Hey, it's BT with the BT MotoGP Andalusia Jerez GP. That is a tongue twister. Anyway, round two. Let's get right to it. And you know what? And I'm gonna say I apologize to Moto E because I completely just dissed Moto E. People talk shit about Moto E. Granted, it is like listening. It's like being in a dentist office and listening to a drill. Just and I'm like, oh, I watch Moto E like this. But anyway, great race in Moto E. I'm just gonna do. It's great racing. Those guys smoke the tires, man. Watch the race. It's 6 laps. It's a good warm up. You know what it's like? It's like going to an Italian restaurant and they just bring the bread and it's already in the olive oil and you eat it as you're thinking about what to eat. It's nothing better than eating before you decide what to eat. Kind of like a Mexican restaurant. You know what I mean? They bring the chips and salsa. You go, you know what? I'm good. You know, that's what Moto E is like. 6 laps, all out. You can't beat that. They don't have to conserve the tires. They just go all out, baby. So anyway, congrats to and I also like it because it gives the rider a second chance at racing. They otherwise would have been out of racing maybe, or they had to go to WSBK. I don't know why people shit on WSBK, but instead of going to WSBK, they get a chance in life at racing. So you gotta love it, man. Anyway, so give it up. Ride of the race, Dominic Agurter, man, he deserves it. Dominic has been around for a while. I'm happy for him. He's a rider of the race, and heartbreak goes to Eric Granado, man, because Mattia Ferrari came through like a boat. He came in like a wrecking ball. I would have been so mad at him. I would have called him after the race, and he's from Brazil, Eric Granado. I would have said, hey, Mattia, can I talk to you for a second? And just kind of rear neck and choke him like, and kind of put his body over it and say, hey, man, don't you ever do that shit to me again. Anyway, so Moto E, congrats Dominic Agurter. And heartbreak goes to Eric Granado. Moto 3, man, as always, Moto 3, street fight that it is. Ride of the race goes to Tatsu Suzuki. It just goes to show that if you give your kid a good tongue lashing without getting your belt out, it does wonders. Because his boss, Mr. Primicelli, basically read him the riot act. He was pissed off, said, man, you're better than this. You race how you know how to race. And he got off in his face. I didn't see it, but I'm just paraphrasing. He got off in his face, said, you're better than this. You can perform better. We got a good bike. Better get your ass in gear. And Suzuki went, all right, man. And he did it. He won the race. Good for him. Great race by Tatsu Suzuki. Just goes to show you can't. Kids do listen, so you can give them a ton of action. And heartbreak goes to 2 heartbreaks. Heartbreak goes to Albert Arenas. Oh my God, that was a horrible high side crash. It wasn't a high side, it was a low side, but he got caught up in the bike and the bike catapulted. And he was like, he held himself like this, which is great, like this. And all of a sudden he goes, whoa. That was horrible, man. He's still part of the Spanish space program. I know Spain has a space program, but he's part of it. So heartbreak goes to him. And Dennis Anchu, it's his birthday. He crashed on his birthday. He was going to get points. I don't know if he's going to get a podium. He's going to get points. He crashed on his birthday. Only thing worse than that, I got a whooping on my birthday at my own birthday party. That's right. I threw the party. I hosted, and my mom gave me a whooping. So that's... I think crashing on a motorcycle is probably first, you know, and then getting a whooping at your own birthday party where people are there for you and you get a whooping, that's second. So I'm gonna throw myself in there. Anyway, so heartbreak goes Dennis Anchu and Arenas. I'm glad Arenas is okay. Moto 2, I heard people saying it was a snooze fest, this and that. Okay, yeah, kinda, but the beast is back. Anaya Bastianini, man, this kid, I loved him since Moto 3. What he did was incredible. He managed the tires. He just did everything perfect. I was worried about him coming from Moto 3 to Moto 2, and I follow him on social media because I'm a dork like that. And he had a girlfriend. I go, here we go. Once they get a girlfriend, sometimes you know their career goes left, even though it went right. But he did go right, and and people don't talk about him like they should. He's in the top 5 for the championship. Watch Nia Bastianini, man. Bastianini is the beast, and people sleep on him. So watch out for him. Great race by him, and he wore Luca Marini's ass out. So good for him, Anaya Bastianini. Heartbreak goes to Nagashima. Nagashima, if you didn't see the crash he had a concussion. No one talks about that. Remember when Simon goes, are you okay? He goes, yeah, I got a headache. Yeah, it's called a concussion, bro. So he should have been in concussion protocol. I don't know if he should have raced because he still said he had a concussion. And if you saw him after the race, it was ugly because he was trying to get, I think, a top 10, maybe an 8, but he went wide on the last turn and he walked back to his garage and he had to hold him up and he was like, oh. So Man, that was hard to watch. Anyway, but plus he's got 3 kids. That dude's got incentive. He's got 3 kids and he's like 28. I'm like, my man. You know, and if they go into another quarantine, look out for number 4 and 5 coming up shortly. Apparently, motorcycle racing ain't the only thing that Mr. Nakashima likes to do, but I ain't mad at you. You married anyway. Go ahead with your bad self. Anyway, MotoGP, it was a race of attrition. Duh. It was, man, sometimes it was hard to watch, but it made it a good race. And people are mad at Maverick. I can't say I'm mad. Maybe melancholy, because I never use that word, melancholy. Maverick, I had him for the win. He made one mistake. That just shows the power of GP. He made one mistake, and that was all it took, trying to catch Fabio. And then Fabio took off like a scolded rabbit, as they say, and he never looked back. He was like, I mean, he was like a runaway slave. I mean, he was. And like, I guess Maverick was like Harriet Tubman. He was like, go! And he was gone. So anyway, Fabio, great job by Fabio, but he had to, it's almost harder being in front because he had to focus. And like, hey, and Valentino Rossi, and it's kind of apropos that remember about 5 or 6 years ago, the design on his helmet at Mugello was the Blues Brothers. It's kind of apropos that it was because I felt like he was on a mission from God. Because everybody who came at Valet, something happened to him. Remember, Franco Morbidelli was catching him. All of a sudden, his bike cut out. And then Pecco Bagnaia passed him. Pecco Bagnaia was doing really well, and what happened? His bike blew up. And it was like, it was just meant to be. You know, I mean, Maverick passed him, and I'm not gonna lie, I'll say it right now, man, when Valet wins, and I did write that piece from sportbikeinc.com. Go to that website. I did write a piece on should Valet retire. And I'm a journalist, I had to say it, but I also said I hope I'm wrong. And Valet, I get emotional when Valet wins. It just seems like everything's right with the world when he does. He held off Maverick till the very last moment, and I loved it. And Maverick said he couldn't breathe, and Valet to be 41 in that heat, and everybody suffered. Even cactuses were like, man, it's hot up in this motherfucker. He did a great job. 41, and he didn't look like the heat was bothering him at all, and he wore those young kids out, and everybody over the age of 40 was like, that's what you get, kids. You know, it's kind of like playing your dad in a sport, right? You know, you play your dad in basketball, and your dad's like, okay, and your dad's stretching, right? And your dad doesn't give you any leeway. Your dad comes in with a rebound, and he kind of goes like that and hits you in the nose, and you go like this, and your nose kind of bleeds, and your dad goes, give me the ball. And you go, oh shit, Dad's serious. That's what Valet did. God bless Valet. He rode a great race. I literally was going, come on, Valet. I was screaming inside my head. I got people in the house, so I couldn't really do it. But Valet, great job by Valet. Like I said, he rode a great defensive race. It goes the Chicago Bears 1986 defense, Michael Jordan, and Valet for best defensive rise or defensive plays I've ever seen in my life. Valet rode a great defensive race. Maverick couldn't get by him, and even Pekka had a hard time. Great job by Valet. It was great to see him up top. So I guess I gotta go real quick, man. It's almost over. Rider of the race. I'm gonna say rider of the race to me personally. The MotoGP. I'm gonna give it to Valet. I don't care what anybody says. I'm gonna give it to Valet. Valet did a great job. Rider of the race. Valet from getting a podium and people considering him done, and he came back. Heartbreak goes to, man, I'm gonna go with Pecco Bagnaia. I would say Frankie, but Pecco was having a great race, and for it to happen like that, it just hurt my heart. I felt so bad. So I'm gonna go Pecco with heartbreak. Rider of the race, I'm gonna get to Valet. Valet did a great job, man. Like I said, it's great to watch him. It's good for the sport. It's good for everything. And it's weird. Listen to the press conference. Valet said he wasn't having fun on the bike for a while because Yamaha wasn't listening to him. And he goes, I already signed this contract with Petronas. And it's very interesting that he said that. It's kind of like he begrudgingly goes, I got to race another year. So that says a lot without saying a lot. So, but it was great to see Valet win. Maybe Yamaha will listen to him even though he's on his way out. Great job. And I looked at it like this. If Marquez comes back, okay, he comes back at Bruno. Marquez comes back. He's got to run the table for at least 5 races in a row. I don't know. But if he runs 5, that's 125 points. And let's just say Fabio gets second those 4. That they'll be tied after 5 races if Marc Marquez wins 5 races, counting from Bruno on, and then let's say Fabio gets second those 5 races. All right, then they'll be tied, and that's 7 weeks in, and they're going 13 races. Hopefully, this virus doesn't affect that, but that's what we're looking at, and things don't go according to plan. That's if Marquez wins and if Fabio gets second, but it's motorcycle racing, anything can happen. And watch out for Dovey and Pecco and Jack Miller. They're going to Ducati tracks, so it's gonna get better. Let's just pray that everybody follows the social distancing rules over in Europe. And let's hope that the virus doesn't affect the racing. It's going to be 13 balls out races. And so hopefully at the midway point, hopefully they'll be tied or whatever. We'll see. Marquez, like I said, he's a straw that stirs the drink. But Fabio's making it to where, you know what, I can still drink this without a straw. That's what he's making that race. That's what he's making MotoGP. Marquez is a straw that stirs the drink. But Fabio's like, you know what, I can drink this without a straw. I don't give a shit. That's what Fabio is. So, and watch out, still watch out for Maverick. I don't care what anybody says. Watch out for Maverick and Dovey and Valet, long shot, but I love to see Valet do his thing. So anyway, that's racing right there for you. I hope you got, like I said, Ride of the Races, Moto 3, Suzuki, Moto 2, The Beast, Moto GP, I give it to Valet, and in Moto E, Dominica Gerter, Heartbreak, Arenas, Anchu, and Nagashima, and Pecco Bagnaia. So anyway, that's my synopsis of the race. Hope you guys enjoyed it, man. Bruno, we get a week off, but we got WSBK. You get a week off. Do what you got to do. Watch Formula One. Watch WSBK. I'll be back in 2 weeks. Hope you guys enjoy it. Leave a comment whether you liked it or you hate it. I don't give a shit. I'm glad you're watching. Thank you so much. BT saying, as I always do about this time, burn.